Hola. Hola, hola a todos. Bienvenidos a un nuevo en vivo. Hello everyone. Welcome to a new live stream. Today we are going to talk about the Spanish verb tener. We're going to learn some conjugation, some basic conjugation of this verb. We will talk about its meanings and uses. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and also click on the bell icon so you can get notified every time I live stream. If you like what I do, please just give this video a like. That helps me a lot. Also, I want to give a big shout out to our Cafecito members, Raymond Sather, William Lopez, David Beaver, and KS. Thank you guys. The support is greatly appreciated. The coffee is delicious as usual. If you want to buy me some coffee, you can do that by getting a membership on this channel. You only need to click on the join button down below. And you can support this channel by getting a membership. If you can, no pressure, of course. And once again, thank you, Cafecito members. How's it going, guys? We are live streaming, so remember that you can ask questions, you can chat a little, communicate, interact with me if you can. I know that it's Friday, so you guys probably are doing something else. It's okay. I apologize because I wasn't able to live stream on last Tuesday, but I'm doing it right now. So please feel free to use the live chat if you're here to just ask questions and also say hola to me. Okay, so el verbo tener. ¿Qué significa el verbo tener? Do you know what tener means in Spanish? Tener is a very basic Spanish verb. And if you're learning Spanish, you should master this verb because it's everywhere in Spanish, okay? So tener means to have, okay? So to have, just as you would use the verb tener, to have in English, you pretty much would use tener in Spanish, okay? So they're very similar in English and in Spanish. Of course, there are some differences, but we will talk about those peculiar uses of this verb, so you will be able to master this verb for sure. Okay, so very easy. Tener means to have. It gets tricky though because we are going to talk about the basic conjugation really quickly. Of course, we're going to only go over the indicative mood or el modo indicativo. El modo indicativo. And of course, we're going to use different tenses here. You're going to learn the present, perfect, imperfect, conditional, and future. Okay, future tenses. Oh boy. So, KS is in the house. Hello, KS. ¿Qué onda? Necesito tener una membresía de gimnasio. That's a great example. Welcome, KS. Bienvenido. And okay, let's just get started. Let's go over the conjugation, the basic conjugation, and then we will talk about the uses and meanings, and we can go over that after the conjugation, of course. Okay, so everything here is in English. Don't panic. Gonna be in Spanish. I just want you to see the meaning in English first, and then the Spanish conjugation. Okay, so Personal pronouns in Spanish is pronombres personales, okay? So that is the meaning of, or in Spanish, pronombres personales means personal pronouns. Now, I is yo. Remember, that's pretty basic. Yo. That means I. So keep that in mind. You, singular you, tú, okay? Then he is él. Ella means she. And you, singular you, but polite, formal in Spanish, usted, okay? We, nosotros, or nosotros means we. Vosotros means you, is plural and from Spain. Remember that. They, ellos, and ellas. Remember? Masculine, ellos. Feminine, ellas. And lastly, ustedes is you, plural. And vosotros, remember, vosotros is used in Spain. You, plural, that means you, plural. And ustedes is also you, plural, but used in Latin America. So, and yeah, in all the Latin American countries. Okay, so let's go over the present tense or el tiempo presente. Ooh, magic. Okay, so yo tengo, I have, okay? Tú tienes, you have. Él tiene, okay? Él tiene, he has. Ella tiene, she has. Usted tiene, you have. Nosotros tenemos. Nosotros tenemos, we have. Vosotros tenéis, you have. Ellos tienen, or ellas tienen, they have. Ustedes tienen, you have. Okay, so that was present tense. Yo tengo, tú tienes, él, ella, usted tiene. Nosotros tenemos. Vosotros tenéis. Ellos or ellas tienen. Ustedes tienen. Okay, so far so good. That's present tense. Nanimo 94. Hola, maestra. Hola, Nanimo. Hola, Nanimo 94. Bienvenido or bienvenida. Okay, so let's go over the pretérito tense or el tiempo pretérito. It's also known as el tiempo pasado. Pasado, pretérito, same thing. Okay. Yo tuve, I had. Okay. Tú tuviste, you had. Él, ella, or usted tuvo. Nosotros tuvimos. Okay. Tuvimos. Vosotros tuvisteis. Oops, I'm getting close to the imperfect section. Tuvisteis. Vosotros tuvisteis. Ellos or ellas tuvieron. Okay? Tuvieron. And ustedes tuvieron. Ellos, ellas, and ustedes have the same conjugation. So, that's past tense, okay? Pretérito tense. Yo tuve, I had. Tú tuviste, you had. Él, ella, usted, he, she, you, tuvo, had. Nosotros tuvimos, we had. Vosotros tuvisteis, you had. Ellos or ellas tuvieron, they had. Ustedes tuvieron, you had. Okay? That was pretérito tense. El tiempo pretérito. Okay, now the copretérito or imperfect tense. Also, this one is known as el pretérito imperfecto, but I like to call it copretérito. It's just easier. Okay, yo tenía. I was having, okay? Yo tenía. Tú tenías. You were having. Él, ella, or usted tenía. Okay? Tenía. Same as yo. He, she, you were having. Or he, she was having. He or she was having. Or you were having. Nosotros teníamos. We were having. Vosotros teníais. You were having. Teníais. Ellos or ellas tenían. Okay? They were having, sorry. And lastly, ustedes tenían. You were having, okay? So that's copretérito, el copretérito, the imperfect tense. And yeah, okay. Yo tenía, tú tenías, él, ella, usted tenía, nosotros teníamos, vosotros teníais, ellos or ellas tenían, ustedes tenían. Okay, and remember the accent mark. By the way, guys, tener, the conjugation of tener is irregular. So tener is an irregular verb. It has a peculiar conjugation. So you have to pretty much memorize the conjugation of this verb. Sadly. Okay. So the next tense is conditional or el tiempo condicional. Condicional. Yo tendría. I would have. Tú tendrías. You would have. Él, ella, or usted tendría. He, she, you would have. Nosotros tendríamos. Remember the intonation. Tendríamos. We would have. Vosotros tendríais. You would have. Ellos or ellas tendrían. They would have. And ustedes tendrían. You would have. Okay? So that's the conditional. The conditional tense, el tiempo condicional. Now, the last one, el tiempo futuro, future tense. El tiempo futuro or el futuro. And yes, that's the last one. And then we will go over the uses of this verb, the tricks or the helpful tips when using the verb tener, so you know how to use it, when to use it, and the meanings as well. Nanimo94 says, wow, este sistema con el borrador es genial. Thank you so much, Nanimo. That's great. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's like magic. Okay. El tiempo futuro. Yo tendré. I will have. Okay? Yo tendré una casa. I will have a house. Okay? Tú tendrás. You will have. Okay? Tú tendrás. Él, ella, or usted tendrá. A lot of accent marks. Yeah, everywhere. He, she, you will have. él, ella, usted tendrá. Nosotros tendremos. We will have. Vosotros tendréis. You will have. Ellos or ellas tendrán. They will have. And ustedes tendrán. You will have. Okay? So far, so good. Everything is good. A lot of information. Please feel free to take a screenshot of this so you can just, you have it on your computer. You can go over this information whenever you want. If you need to, of course. If you need to practice your conjugation or the conjugation of the verb tener. Okay, the next thing, guys, sorry. The next thing is the uses, okay? So we went over the most basic conjugation of the verb tener. El modo indicativo, the indicative mood, is one of the most basic moods to learn in Spanish, or it's something that a lot of people, everybody who learns Spanish everybody has to learn the indicative mood first when learning Spanish. So now you know. The next thing, guys, is the uses. Okay, so you use tener when you have to express some possession, or when you have to talk about some possession, something that belongs to you, okay? Or you're having. Sorry, or you're having, okay? You're holding something, or you have a possession. For example, I could say, tengo una casa. Tengo una casa. Tengo, this is the verb tener, conjugated, of course. Yo tengo. And that means I have, okay? Remember that in Spanish, we don't use personal pronouns all the time. So that's why I don't have yo tengo, okay? I can just say tengo una casa, okay? And that's perfectly fine. It's good to remember this, because if you say personal pronouns so many times in Spanish, that sounds weird. So please feel free to not use personal pronouns every now. I mean, if you don't have to say them all the time. That's what I mean. You don't have to. In English, you have to, because in Spanish, the conjugation of verbs, each conjugation is very unique. So you understand, if you don't have the personal pronouns, you understand fine just by having the verb, the conjugated verb. Okay, tengo una casa. Yo tengo una casa, or tengo una casa. That means I have a house. So you're saying that you own a house, okay? That's your house. Pretty much you're saying that you own the house. Miguel tiene dos manzanas. Miguel tiene dos manzanas. This means Miguel has 2 apples, okay? So maybe Miguel doesn't want to share any apples, and he has 2. So good for him, I guess. But essentially you're saying that Miguel is holding, or he is the owner of 2 apples. Okay? So it's pretty similar in English and in Spanish when using the verb tener and to have, okay? When you're just expressing, or you're just explaining that you have some belongings, some possession, or something like that, okay? So that's pretty easy. That's so basic, guys. Whoa. Okay, that's my eraser. There you go. Okay, so the first meaning, if you want to express possession. The second meaning number 2, tener is used to express necessity. If you need something, okay, you can use tener, okay? Especially when you need to drink something or when you need to eat something, okay? For example, tengo sed. Tengo sed. Tengo. In English is similar to I am. Sed, similar to thirsty. Sed can mean thirst or when you feel thirsty, okay? In this situation, tener is very similar to the English verb to be, okay? Tengo sed. You're literally saying, I have thirst, okay? But in English, it's similar to saying, I am thirsty. Tengo sed. Tengo sed. Actually, tengo sed. I'm gonna drink some water. Voy a tomar agua. Okay, so the next example is Miguel tiene mucha hambre. Miguel tiene mucha hambre. This means Miguel is very hungry. Once again, tener means to be. In this case, is. Miguel tiene mucha hambre. Miguel is very hungry. You're literally saying Miguel has a lot of hunger. Okay, so that's how it works in Spanish. That's how you say that you're hungry. Tengo hambre. Tengo sed. I'm thirsty. Tengo hambre. Tengo hambre means I'm hungry. Okay, but yeah, that's how it works in Spanish. Remember that. It's very important. Okay, the meaning number 3 is Nanimo 94 says, Tengo la camisa negra. That's a song. Yeah, I remember a song called La Camisa Negra. And I remember hearing that Tengo la camisa negra. Yeah, that's great. Great example, Nanimo 94. Okay, so tener is used when having something on you, okay? Or when you're carrying something. For example, I could say, ¿Tienes dinero? ¿Tienes dinero? And this means, do you have money on you? Okay, have on. That's the meaning here of tener. When you have something on you, okay? If you're carrying something with you. ¿Tienes dinero? Do you have money on you? Or do you have any money, right? Because maybe you need to buy something and you don't have any money. So you ask your friend, your relative, ¿Tienes dinero? Do you have money on you? Okay. The next example is, no tengo mi teléfono. No tengo mi teléfono. This means I don't have my phone on me, okay? I don't have my phone on me. Once again, tener means, or is similar to have on. To have something on you or on someone else. Okay, no tengo mi teléfono. I don't have my phone on me. I didn't bring my phone. Same thing, okay? So tener can be used when you're talking about having something on you or not. And also if you're carrying something with you or not. Because this one right here is negative, right? You're saying that you don't have something on you. In this case, teléfono, el teléfono. So can be positive, negative. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Kaya says, no tengo dinero. Correct. Nanimo 94, tengo ganas. That's an interesting phrase. Tengo ganas is a phrase that is used to say that you feel like something. For example, tengo ganas de correr. I feel like running, okay? I feel like running right now. Who's with me? So yeah, that's a great phrase, Nanimo 94. Tengo ganas. I actually have a video about phrases, expressions using the verb tener. So yeah, that's somewhere on my channel. So if you want to browse, please feel free to do that. Okay, so the next use, guys. Tener is used to express characteristics, okay? Characteristics. For example, it could be something physical, you know? Maybe you're talking about eyes, hair, body, anything. Or it could be about how a person is, you know, how they are, any characteristic pretty much that describes the person, okay? For example, I could say, tienes, in this case, I'm saying tú tienes, okay? Tú tienes unos ojos bellos. Tú tienes unos ojos bellos. This means you have you have beautiful eyes. Ojos, eyes, bellos, beautiful. And we're saying bellos because this is masculine and plural. Remember, adjectives need to match nouns, okay? Quantity and gender. Tienes unos ojos bellos. You have beautiful eyes, okay? So that's a good example. The next example is Miguel tiene, oh my, what am I doing? Miguel tiene un gran corazón. Miguel tiene un gran corazón. This means Miguel has a big heart, okay? Not literally, of course. You're just saying that Miguel, he's just a sweetheart, you know, he's a very kind person. So once again, this is similar to the verb to have in English when you're describing characteristics, someone's characteristics. So that's helpful to know for sure. Okay. Tienes unos ojos bellos. Miguel tiene un gran corazón. Corazón means heart. Gran, big. Okay. Gran. Okay. Gran and grande. That, I think I talked about that too. The differences between those two words. But yeah, we can talk about that in a different lesson. Okay. So I have 4 more meanings and that would be it. Okay, guys, I don't want the lesson to last like an hour or so. 28 minutes, so that's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, so the next meaning is tener is used to refer to what someone is wearing. So you're talking about what someone is wearing, okay? For example, I could say, María tiene un vestido azul. María tiene un vestido azul. This means Maria is wearing a blue dress. Okay, so you're pretty much saying what Maria is wearing. In this case, she's wearing un vestido. Vestido means dress. Azul, blue. Remember, means a. Oh my God, my arrows. Okay. There you go. That's a great arrow right there, okay? So yeah. María tiene un vestido azul. María is wearing a blue dress. Okay. Now, the next example is, tengo una gorra blanca. Tengo una gorra blanca. I'm wearing a white cap. Okay, so if you need to meet someone, if you have some blind date or something like that, and you have to tell this person what you're wearing, you can say, tengo una gorra blanca. Okay? Tengo una gorra blanca, so you can find me easily, I guess. I don't know. So it's similar. Tener is similar to the verb to wear, and or to the phrase is wearing, depending on the conjugation, of course, of tener. But to be wearing, something like that. It's similar to the phrase to be wearing, or just the verb to wear in English, okay? When you have something on. What are you, what do you have on? Like, what are you wearing? Okay. But it doesn't mean to wear literally. To wear, vestirse, vestir is similar to wear. But yeah, we can talk about that in a different lesson for sure. So if you're just describing what someone is wearing, you can use the verb tener. María tiene un vestido azul. Look at her. Mira, María tiene un vestido azul. Look at Maria. She's wearing a blue dress, okay? Or el hombre tiene una gorra blanca. The man has a white cap. Or the man is wearing a white cap. Okay? So interesting. Nánimo 94. En vez de tiene, podríamos decir lleva un vestido azul. Yes, you can say that. And also, you can say tengo puesta. Puesta. Tengo puesto. Tengo puesto, tengo puesta. The phrase tener puesto, you're saying that you're wearing something, okay? Tengo puesta una gorra blanca, okay? Or María tiene puesto, it's kind of long. Okay, tiene puesto un vestido azul. So that also works. Essentially, the phrase tener puesto means to be wearing something, okay? Or lleva, you can also say lleva puesto. Lleva puesto. That also works fine. So either one. Remember that in Spanish you can say the same thing in very different ways. Same as in English, you can say the same thing in many ways. So it's the same in Spanish. So you're correct, Ánimo 94. You can say lleva un vestido azul. Lleva... That is tricky though, because that also means that she is carrying a blue dress. Like she probably is not wearing the dress. Maybe she's just taking it somewhere else. So if you say ella lleva un vestido azul, María lleva un vestido azul, it can work, but it gets tricky because that can also mean that Maria is just carrying a blue dress. So it depends on the situation, maybe. Tener can be used if you say María tiene un vestido azul. You technically are you're saying that Maria has a blue dress. That's the literal translation. So that can have two different meanings. Maybe you're saying that she has a blue dress, okay? She's not necessarily wearing the dress. She has a blue dress, okay? But of course, if you're saying, look at Maria. Mira a María. Tiene un vestido azul. She's wearing a blue dress. So yeah, technically, it depends on the situation, the context, and all of that. So you're correct. That has like two meanings, but you're correct, Nánimo. So great question. And now we know more about wearing something, about tener. You can also say llevar or llevar puesto, tener puesto. Okay, so now let's move on. Tengo sed. Okay, so tener is used to refer to age. Okay, so this one is very easy. If you're talking about your age or someone else's age, you can use tener. This one is tricky because Spanish speakers who are learning English, they always make the mistake of saying I have, and then they say their age. In English, you don't say I have 25 years old. You say I'm 25 years old, right? In Spanish, you say I have 25 years old. Okay? Technically, you're saying, when you're saying tengo 25 años. Tengo 25 años. This means I'm 25 years old, okay? And you have to use tener in this situation. If you say yo soy or yo estoy 25 años, that makes no sense. So if you're thinking of using the verb, the Spanish verb ser or estar, which both mean to be, is incorrect for this situation, okay? So you have to use tener. Yo tengo 25 años. I'm 25 years old. You could say also tengo 25 años de edad to be more precise. If you're saying I'm 25 years old, I'm talking about my age. You can say años de edad. But if you're just, a lot of people just say their age like that. Tengo 25 años. You're technically saying, you're saying I have 25 years. That's the literal translation. But it's a common thing to say in Spanish, just your age and then años. Tengo 25 años. I'm 25 years old. Okay? The next example is el hombre tiene 50 años or 50 años de edad. Either one works. This means the man is 50 years old. Okay? So remember, this is very important. When you're saying your age in Spanish, use the verb tener. Okay? Don't say yo soy or yo estoy and then your age, because that doesn't work. It sounds very odd. Okay, so use tener if you have to say your age. The next meaning is tener is used when feeling something, okay? Specifically when you're talking about cold or hot temperatures, okay? Especially if you're feeling cold or if you're feeling warm or hot, okay? For example, tenía mucho frío. Tenía mucho frío. This means I was very cold. And in this case, tener means to be again. You don't say I have very cold or I had very cold. I know it's tricky in Spanish. You are pretty much saying I have or I had very cold. That's the literal translation. But tenía mucho frío is similar to saying I was very cold. Ooh, okay. Frío, cold. Mucho, very. Okay. Tenía, in this case, I was. Remember, we don't have the personal pronoun. You're technically saying yo tenía mucho frío. Okay? The next thing, the next example is ellos tienen mucho calor. Ellos tienen mucho calor. This means they are very hot. They are very hot. So we see the contrast here. Someone felt or was very cold, and other people were very hot. So when you're talking about how you're feeling, hot or cold, you can use this verb tener. And you can't use the verb ser or estar. Same as when we were talking about age, you cannot say yo estaba mucho frío. That doesn't make any sense. Or yo era mucho frío. That doesn't make any sense. You gotta use the verb tener when you're talking about how you're feeling, cold or warm. Okay? Tricky. Okay, so KS says, tengo 31 años. Perfect. Great example. Mi madre tiene 70 años. Yes, that's also correct. Mi padre tiene 90 años. That's also correct. And if that's true, that's great. Wow. That's great. But those are great examples, KS. Perfect. They're perfect. Okay, lastly, guys, the last use or meaning of tener is when you're talking about measurements. Okay? When you're describing a room, when you're describing an object, especially when you're talking about their size. Okay? Measurements. Let's see an example. El cuarto tiene 5 metros de ancho. El cuarto tiene 5 metros de ancho. This means the room is 5 meters wide. And once again, in this situation, you're saying, or tener is similar to the English verb to be. Okay? The room is 5 meters wide. El cuarto tiene 5 metros de ancho. You could also say el cuarto es 5 metros de ancho. But it still sounds a bit odd. Okay, it's technically okay, but I would use the verb tener in that situation as well. El cuarto tiene 5 metros de ancho. Metros, meters, ancho, wide, cuarto, room. Okay. The next example, la maleta tiene 50 centímetros de largo. La maleta tiene 50 centímetros de largo. This means the suitcase is 50 centimeters long. Okay, largo, you're pretty much talking about length, long in this situation. Centímetros, this is an interesting word. Centímetros, centimeters. Maleta, suitcase, remember that. And of course, the verb tener right here. Yeah, so you can see that in this situation, tener is similar to the English verb to be in this specific situation, okay? So remember, tener is used when talking about measurements. When you're describing a room, when you're talking about an object, you can use the verb tener, and remember that. So now you know some basic conjugation of this verb tener, and you know also its uses and meanings. Some of the most basic uses and meanings of the verb tener. Do you guys have any questions? Let me know. It's tricky. I know it's tricky. It's not an easy verb, but remember that it's a good one to learn. It's important to learn it if you are serious about, this whole Spanish world and the language. Any questions? Remember, guys, that we have a community on Discord. It's a Spanish community. I'm there. I'm usually online, sometimes away, but I'm there on Discord, and also we have some members there as well. Remember that if you want to join that community, you need to click on the link that I have in the video description down below. It's free. That one is free. And it's very cool because you can ask questions about Spanish whenever you want. And we're there. We're there to help you for sure. And you can chat with others who are learning Spanish as well. So that's very cool. Cindy Ramos. Yes, can you teach about the conjugate of tener? The conjugate of tener. We already talked about the conjugation of tener. It's right here. We talked about it at the beginning of the video. So if you can, please just rewatch the live stream. It's gonna be available after I stop live streaming, so you can check that out for sure. We went over the conjugation of tener using the indicative mood in different tenses like present, period, imperfect, conditional, and future. So please feel free to just you can rewind a little bit the video and you can watch that part. And yeah, we already talked about that. In the future, we can talk about other conjugate, like more complex conjugation of this verb in different moods, other more challenging moods. And yeah, we can do that in the future for sure. Okay, Cindy, also, where will the link be to Discord again? Okay, so that is in the video description. If you scroll down, you will see a description of this video, this live stream. And also, if you see, I think you need to click on see more or read more, something like that. And then that will show you the rest of the description. And it says there, Discord. Or you know what? What I can do is, if you give me a sec, I can, oh my, that's so bright. My monitor is so bright. I can paste the, just one sec. I'll send you the link right now. Just let me do something really quickly here. Okay, so here's the link to Discord, to the Discord community. So I'm pretty sure you're gonna see it in a second or so, or you can see it now. You only need to click on that link and you will be able to join the community. You need to have an account, an email. I think you need to just enter your email address and that's it. But yeah, that is for free, guys, if you want to join the Discord community. And it's pretty cool. Just please read the rules because they're important if you want to be part of that community. And yeah, there are just a few important rules that you need to read before joining. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you for watching the whole live stream. I mean, I thank you so much. It means the world to me. And I wish you a great weekend. And feliz fin de semana. Take care of yourself. Cuídense. Be safe. And, well, I'll see you next time. Adios. Bye-bye.